Hello, hello, hello. It's me, your girl, Miss Toonslover, and I'm doing my very first list breakdown episode. As y'all know, I love cartoons, and I love the 90's, so it only makes sense that I let y'all know my favorite cartoons from the 90's. This list is in no particular order. Either I love the show back in the 90's or, early 2000s, or I just didn't appreciate it back then, but I'm loving it now. Before I hop into my list, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications so you can see other things I got coming, like the episode, and share my videos, okay? I see some of y'all been sharing, keep it up, keep it up. This is day 3 of Vlogmas for me. Instead of me doing it every day like I had intended, it's going to be every other day. I switched it up because I can do that, all right? But I see y'all still sticking beside me, and I appreciate it. So, without further ado, let's get into the list. Skippy! So, like I said, this is in no particular order, but number 12 on the list, we got Ren and Stimpy. How could you not like yourself some happy, joy? The show was weird and funny, and sometimes a little inappropriate, but it's a good show, okay? Ren and Stimpy was cat dog before there was a cat dog, and they did it best. Sorry, cat dog. I was never really a fan like that anyway, but yeah, they got a chihuahua. I'm not quite sure what Stimpy was. I have 2 cats and they don't look nothing like him, but it's all good. Happy, joy. Number 11, we got Arthur. Yes, Arthur. PBS, don't act like you didn't watch it, cause I said, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. That artwork, he was very interesting, and his sister DW, she was something else. DW was the textbook definition of annoying little sister. I love DW. What was always weird to me was their dog Pal. Like, you got an aardvark walking a dog? That was weird, but it is what it is. Arthur's best friend, Buster. He was my guy, Buster Bunny. Then you got Bob Marley's son, Ziggy Marley, singing a theme song. Like, you can't go wrong. It was an amazing show. It was good. That's why it ran for 20 plus years. Okay. Coming in at number 10 is one of those shows I didn't watch when I was younger, but I certainly watch it now. X-Men. That's a good show. I always love a cartoon with a storyline. It's not like just another show where yesterday's episode has absolutely nothing to do with last week's episode. They had back-to-back sagas and stuff like that. Dark Phoenix saga. They had so many different things going on. It was good. It had moments that it was kind of corny, but it's what made it funny.
I don't care about which spirit ladies do what to which Cajuns.
Like, you had Logan's one-liners or whatever the hell Rogue was talking about. And Gambit? I haven't had a crush in a cartoon in a minute, but I was loving me some Gambit. I said, ooh, wee! Good show. Mama had a chicken. Mama had a cow. Number 9 is cow and chicken. Don't tell me you didn't want to eat some pork butts and taters after watching this show. That shit was weird, but it was hilarious. You couldn't see from the waist up from mom and dad. They'd be furious to get to tapping that foot. Oh my goodness, that show was so weird. Like, how did y'all have a cow and a chicken? Like, did y'all just adopt this cow and a chicken and y'all just decided we not gonna eat cows and chicken, we just gonna eat pork, pork butts and taters? Cause y'all eating got it. Whatever works for your family. Then you got the devil that was always trying to get them into some weird trouble or something. And then you had the little side show, I Am Weasel. I loved I Am Weasel. Now, I'm telling you, don't come for me, okay? Number 8 was Little Bear. I will watch Little Bear to this day, okay? When Father Bear came back off the boat, I'd be hype as hell. I still watch Little Bear every once in a while with my kids. Like, oh man, we got Emily and Emily's little doll. I can't remember what her name was. The monkey Mitzi. The snake No Feet. Oh man, that sly cat. Oh, and that annoying owl. He's such a know-it-all. And what was her name? Hen? I think her name was Hen. But regardless, Little Bear. Man, I wanted to fly to the moon just like them at the end of the theme song. They don't make shows like Little Bear no more. They didn't have no crazy conflicts. Like, they wasn't out here just being stupid. Do you know how to get to the road? Like, nah. They wasn't talking to us. We was part of the show, so they didn't need to talk to us. Little Bear was the shit. Like, don't sleep on Little Bear. If you haven't watched Little Bear before and you got, some little, you don't even have to have no little kids. Go watch Little Bear. Go on YouTube, check out some Little Bear. I'm serious. You're not going to regret it. Number 7, Rocko's Modern Life. Tell me that wasn't a good show. Tell me you ain't like yourself some Rocko. Rocko really taught me about animals. We got a wallaby, we got a steer who was adopted by some wolves, and then the turtle, and Spunky was up in there. Once again, we got animals adopting other animals as pets, but they included so many different animals. They weren't racist over there. I like it, I mess with it. Rocko's Modern Life. Number 6, Kablam, Henry and June. Don't tell me that you forgot about
Liz and Fondue,
Life with Loopy, and then one of my personal favorites, Action League Now. Oh yeah, and they had Prometheus and Bob on there, and Bob was the was caveman, Prometheus was the alien. Like, oh man, Kablam, they were like a sketch show, but it was cartoon sketch show. It was amazing. I couldn't wait to see Kablam. Underrated. People don't talk about Kablam enough, and I don't understand why. Such a good one. Okay? Man, a baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do. Number 5 is the Rugrats. Tommy, Chucky, Phil, Lil, Susie, Angelica. What? And then eventually, Dill and Kimmy. I was fooling with Dill. Kimmy, it was a wrap for me. It was a wrap for me. But those babies got into so much. The parents, they should have got their kids taken. You can't tell me that your kids just keep getting out so consistently, and y'all are just like, well, the babies are gone. What are we gonna do? What you mean? What you gonna do? Take care of your children. But regardless, it was still a good show, I still be singing the happy, 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 happy song. Hey, those damn W Bears. And Halt, I Am Reptar. They got some good episodes on that show. I tell you what. Love the Rugrats. The original run anyway. The first few years. After a while, it's a no for me. Coming in at number 4 is Daria. I said, oh my gosh, she's just so dry and sarcastic. This is how I want to be in life. Obviously, it didn't work out because I'm extremely animated. Still sarcastic though. But Daria Morgendorfer, who don't like her? I mean, even the kids at school, they thought she was weird, yet they still communicate with her. I love it. They like her. Don't try to act like you don't like Daria. Come on now. Her mom was super successful. Like, you can't tell me Helen wasn't the breadwinner. Love it. Her dad, he needed a volume. And then her sister Quinn, she was annoying, but she had that one friend, Sandy. And she'd always talk like this. She'd be like, Queen. I loved it. And her best friend Jane. I loved Jane. Jane was the man, don't even get me started about how Daria stole Jane. Man, we're not gonna do this today. Not today. I'm gonna do an episode on that one day. But and they used to have all the music on the show. Like, a different episode had really good music that was out at the time. Fun times. Number 3, Dexter's Lab. When I think Dexter, one of the first things that pop into my mind is omelette de fromage. Anyway, Dexter, such a good show. And they had, the shows inside the show with the M for monkey, the monkey superhero, and then they had the kind of super friends, and then they had the little show inside of the show with the puppet pals. Oh man. Dexter was doing his thing, okay? And Mandark, his annoying self. Dee Dee, she was also annoying, but Mandark with his ha ha ha, ha 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 ha. It was very odd that Dexter's parents had no idea that he had a whole lab up in his room. I know that their electric bill had to be high, or maybe he found a way to manipulate all that. I have no idea, but Dexter was and is a good show. At least the first 2 seasons were. I can't speak too much about, the whatever happened after that. But them first 2 seasons, yes! Sugar, spice, and everything nice. The Powerpuff Girls. I adored these little girls, especially Bubbles and Buttercup. Blossom, she got on my nerves. And I realized now that she was just trying to be the leader, but she was a little bit of a kiss ass, and I couldn't stand that shit. But I like her a little bit better these days. But Bubbles, oh my gosh, she was just so sweet, but she would still whoop your ass. And then Buttercup, she always ready to fight. Like, for real, she don't have no problems beating the shit out of somebody. And I just was like, yeah, that's what I want to be when I grow up. Anyway, they had the best villains on the show. Mojojojo, him, the Green Gang. I couldn't stand Princess. Medusa, no, her name was Sedusa. Okay, man, Fuzzy Lumpkins. What? Powerpuff Girls. I could go on and on, but not today. Before I get to number 1, I just want to say, let me know in the comments. How do you feel about this list? Do you like any of the shows on this list? Do you feel like something else should have been up here? I mean, these are my personal favorites. I'm not saying that these are the best of the 90s, but they are my top 12 because it's, 12 days of Christmas. Why not do a top 12? So I know I said that this was in no particular order, but the closer I got to 5, those truly were my top 5. This one right here, this is number 1, my favorite 90s cartoon of all time. Hey Arnold. I could watch Arnold back then and to this day for hours without getting tired of it. Like, the show was just so good. Towards the end, I feel like it started to get a little shifty. But overall, the show was just so good. They had so many different guest voice actors, and Arnold, he was just such a good guy. He was trying to make a difference in the world. And, he started right there in his community at 9 years old. Helga needed help, but it's neither here nor there. She finally did go to therapy. I really hope she stuck with that shit because she was crazy. Gerald, that little thumb thing they did, who else was out here trying to do that thing with the thumb? I'm steady trying to do it right now. It's not working. His grandma, absolutely nuts. His grandpa, also nuts. But the boarding house, the people in there, man, I love them. Even though Mr. Kakashka was a bum, how couldn't you like him? We had Mr. Potts, aka Ernie, Mr. Wynn. Now, if somebody want to reboot that, I would be upset because these reboots, they always suck. Don't touch it. Do not touch it. I'm gonna write several letters. I'm gonna go up to Nickelodeon. I don't even know where they're at. I'm gonna pick it. I'm gonna hold signs up. Don't do it. Don't do it. But yes, those are my top 12 favorite 90s cartoons. Let me know what you guys think. But I'm going to get on out of here. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, I see you returning viewers, but you don't want to quite subscribe yet. I get it. Making a commitment is hard, but just do it. Just do it. Hit the bell for notifications after you subscribe. Leave a comment and make sure you guys, sharing this around. Let people know about Miss Toonslover. Okay? All right, I'm going to talk to y'all later. Bye.